Well, if you'll remember, on our last vlog, we had one of our mamas in waiting that had a little bit of a prolapse issue. We cleaned everything up, got it all replaced, and things seemed to be doing pretty well. Well, about 24 hours later, it became apparent that we were going to have to do a little bit more of an intervention. So we broke out the prolapse harness. So Teresa held her so I could get everything cleaned up, get everything replaced, and get the harness in place. So hopefully we'll be able to continue on with her pregnancy and we'll have a good delivery. I apologize for all the help standing in the way, but unfortunately that was about the best I could do on the camera angle. All right. Hopefully the video was good enough for placing that harness that you were able to really kind of tell what we were doing. There she is, down there at the bottom. She's not real happy. Let me see if I can zoom in on her a little bit. Yeah. She's not real happy about having to wear the harness, but she acts like she feels better. She's been up more and moving around more. She ate good. She's been kind of laying around for the last 3 or 4 days and 5 days or more, and that's maybe, she'd still get up and eat, just not real well. She'd be one of the first ones to knock off eating and go lay down. She'd still go to the hay manger, just not stay in there for very long at a time. So hopefully that will give her a little relief. And considering her age, she's still not a bad looking ewe, but she's just, it's getting harder and harder on her. So she most likely going to be real close to retirement. I hope that video turned out. I know with the backlighting and everything, it's going to be real hard to really see what was going on. And our help, as we call it, wound up kind of turning the camera right at the end, so you really couldn't see a whole lot at the end. But that was the best I could do at trying to catch some video. So last time we used the harness, it was about 3 days till they delivered. That's no guarantee, but that's been about the average last couple of times we've had to use the harness. We had 1 year, and I'm just going to tell you right now, we had 1 year that the prolapses were absolutely astronomical when you look at the percentage of ewes and the babies born and the mamas we had up. It was unbelievable. So we bought the prolapse harness, and that has sure helped a whole lot. And sheep, people that cull really hard, that's what that means. If you're not familiar with that term, is if they have an issue with a breeding livestock, no matter what it is really, if you cull hard, if you have any issues whether it be difficult deliveries, prolapses, whatever it may be, a lot of people would just immediately cull them out of the herd and anything related to them. We've had instances where it happened maybe one time, and then the next time, and not ever happen again with that same ewe. So it's, the heredity does give them a disposition for it, but it's not a guarantee that it's going to happen every time. Now, we've had some of those that, like I was mentioning on the previous video, that when they lay down and relax, a lot of times part will start to loosen up and come out. But when they stand up and pull in their muscle tone in their stomach, then it kind of pulls everything back in. We've had some that have done that as long as we've had them. And of course, every time we're always afraid. Every time we see it, we're like, boy, I hope when you stand up that goes away. And usually it does. Getting hoarse again as usual. We had a breakout while we were feeding. So a lot of hollering, hi, hi, hi. Yeah. It's always things like that happens when I'm not running video. But then if I run video, nothing happens, and then I have 45 minutes of video of nothing. But yeah, we had a little bit of breakout. The mom is in waiting. When we went through, let me get up here. Went through to move some hay, I think is what Teresa was doing. And that gate was pulled to, but it wasn't tied. Well, I didn't realize that it wasn't tied, so I started moving feed buckets to the panel up there, and of course they saw those feed buckets and they hit that gate. So we just kind of fed backwards tonight. Usually we just start at the front and work our way down and around, but this night we took the feed bucket so it would draw them back, and fed the mamas in waiting first. So anyway, I'm going to let it go for tonight. We'll see you tomorrow night. All right, well, getting kind of a late start on a Friday night, but I'm heading down, going to baby check, and I'm crossing my fingers because I believe I have some good news and maybe some happy video to share with you. We're hoping. So we'll find out when I get there. But I'm going to go ahead and down. I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to go on down. That's what I'm trying to say. Whew. I'm going to go on down, get buckets ready, feed the ram and ewe pen, probably go ahead and feed the calves. Missed them last night, but they're pretty happy out on pasture, so not so much of an ordeal missing them. Anyhow, so that's where we're at. So hopefully I'll have some really good video for you next. So here's our girl. No prolapse harness. And look what we got. We have, move Sunday, 1, 2 healthy little babies. Mama's doing well. She's still a little thin, but she's gonna be all right. We'll get her fed up good while she's in here. No sign of anything back there. That's good. All right, so we were very pleased that that turned out like it did. Sunday was able to deliver on her own. So we're very pleased. So we are pleased the way that turned out. Sunday was able to deliver on her own. Even with the prolapse harness, she was able to deliver around it. So got 2 nice little healthy twins. 2 twins, that'd be 4. So we have a set of healthy twins. Whew, my brain's not functioning real well tonight, guys. I'm very tired. Anyhow, so I'm going to get an early start. I'm going to, like I said, get the ram and U-pin over there fed, get the calves fed, didn't get them last night, and the goats probably go ahead and get that done, have buckets ready so we can get started as soon as we finish eating, get out here and get things underway. So I'll take you along as much as I can. All right, one of these days I'll get the light fixtures in there fixed so that you can see with the camera, and I'll take you in with me into the feed room, and we'll just chat while I'm getting feed together. So real quickly, I'm going to feed the goats. Now I'm going to go grab the ram pen bucket. Hi there. Didn't mean to leave that running, but I did. Grass out here is still looking pretty good. We've just got the 2 head of calves, larger calves, but still just them 2. Mama donkey over here. Alright, see if we can call them over. Okay. Sorry about the noisy sheep in the background, but it is what it is. They hurt feet, hit a trough, and they can't stand it. They're convinced they're going to starve to death. Good as I get right now of a daylight picture of my girls, of the 2 calves we have here. The black and white face there on the right belongs to Jayla. Looks just about like Jayla. That one right there belongs to Pebbles. Pebbles is the daughter of Roxy. Pebbles, Jayla, them over at our son's, fixing to be come home, hopefully pretty soon. And of course, a Mama donkey. Alright, so as you can tell, it's getting dark pretty fast. So I'm going to go ahead, put you down for a little bit, and get the rest of the buckets finished, and try to get up for supper.